0-0. So even when we're down 10, I remember they get the pick, we come back out, we stall out, whatever. But still at that point we had belief, and then end up scoring. Defense gets a stop. We go out. Jake Bates hits an amazing field goal. Shout out to him too, all the specialists. And then we go to overtime. Once we go to overtime, it's like, okay, we know the rules change now. It's not like, one team, it's all in the coin toss. So we knew we were going to get the ball, and we got the ball first. And, first play, touchdown. It was just crazy.
Tate said he didn't even know that football went in because that kick, he said it swerved so far to the right. Did you know that it was going in? Did you watch the whole time?
Nah, I was on the sideline. I was looking at the Jumbotron. So honestly, when he kicks those field goals, I look at the fans and try to see the reactions to see if it goes in. And they were, they started oohing and on, and I thought it was going to go in. Then it looked short, and I don't think the ball even hit the net, but he made it. Amazing kick. Shout out to all of them.
There were a lot of people this week that thought you guys would just beat the Giants soundly. Give me a sense of what you saw from them and what makes them such a tough team. Obviously, that defensive line was relentless.
Yeah, I think Dan made a good point. He talked to us after the game. He said, that Giants team reminds him a lot of us in 21, 22. And I think he's right. They're gritty. They got their O-line. I feel like, they play well. The running backs run hard. I feel like a lot of the guys on their team just fight to the end, no matter what the score is. Even that last drive that they had on offense, it seemed like they were just going. They weren't even worried about anything. So, I think that's the record is not indicative of how good of a team they are. That's a solid defense, solid offense. Even though they have injuries, that they're playing well. So, that's a tough win.
Speaking of running backs running hard, 219 for 0. Give me a sense of just, does he ever surprise you?
The thing with him is, like, every time he breaks and I'm blocking, I almost stop sometimes just to know, like, oh, it's probably a touchdown.
You were way down there with him on that.
Two of them were, and then one of them, the guy kind of had the angle, and he got tackled out that 5-yard line or like the 4-yard line, whatever. But every time I'm blocking and the crowd goes loud, because I can't look back, I'm blocking my guy, the crowd kind of goes loud. I'm like, okay, here we go. I just got to make sure I get my guy. And one of them, the guy almost, tried to get him, and I had to cut him off. But it just, when you have backs like we do, like any run can pop, no matter what it is, against any front, any look, and we understand that. And so for us, it's like, I don't want my guy to make the tackle. Whoever my guy is, just block my guy up and give it one less guy for, the backs to worry about.
Jameer said that when the call came in, you looked at him and told him to score. Is that something you tell him, like, often? Does it work out every time?
The biggest thing ever is, like, we're, overtime starting. I tell Scotty, let's run the ball. Like, trust me, we just got to run it. And Scotty's like, yeah, I agree, let's do it. I told Choice, just run it. We go out, we're jogging out. I told Panay, we're coming to the right side. I don't even know the play at this point. I'm like, Panay, we're going right. Jameer's about to score, but we're about to win. Sure enough, we call a play. And I come in to get a block, and all I hear is the crowd go loud. I'm like, no way, he's about to break. I'm looking at him like, just outrun the dude. And sure enough, he scores. And it was just crazy, like, how I told them, like, I was telling the coaches, run the ball. I think we got to run it early. And I told Panay running out, like, we're coming right to you. Like, and sure enough, we did.
Amon-Ra, after the drop, it seemed like the game got a little bit smoother for you. Did that just make you lock in a little bit more? Because throughout the rest of the game did get a lot smoother and you had a lot more targets and receptions.
Yeah, stuff like that happened. He made a good play on the first one. The other one, man, that thing was coming out hard. I got to make those, but it came out hot. I wasn't really expecting that. And then unfortunate pick. But nah, I don't stress too much about those. I move on to the next play. I keep going. Coach once told me, so what now what, when I was in college, Coach Kerry Colbert. And I kind of live by that. Like, every play, you can't get hung up on one play too much throughout the game because there's highs and lows throughout the game. So for me, it's just next play. Then I'm going to catch the next one. I'm not worried.
Hey, St. Now you scored the fourth quarter. You guys come back. What's the
Thank
general emotion after this win? Is it relief, satisfaction, excitement? What are you guys feeling the most?
Satisfaction to begin with. I think, like I said, the record of that team is not indicative of, I think they're a good team. I think they have a good defense, a good front four. Their offense is, I think, underrated. I think, their backs run high. I really like 29. The receivers are good. Jameis is in there stepping up, making throws. He's not afraid. So I think they're a fearless team. And they know that, and they really go out there and just play and have fun. And so when you play a team like that, it's always, you never know what can happen. And so kind of throughout that game, I knew early on it was going to be one of these games. Like, it's going to come down to it, and sure enough, it did. But for sure, satisfaction early on, like, right now. But there's a lot of stuff that I feel like as an offense, we can still correct. There's some plays out there I feel like that we left. I can't speak for the defense. But for the offense, man, you're going to say that every game. Unless you have a perfect game, like, there's always something that you can correct. But there's definitely a few plays, few drives on there that we have back. But I think we were pretty explosive today. And I think that corrects a lot of your mistakes as an offense when you're explosive. And we were able to be somewhat explosive. So we just got to keep going. But we got a dub, so that's good.
Hey, what did you know about Ja when he was coming out of college and when he first got here? Like, did you have any impressions of him from watching him back then? What did you know about him, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know too much. I knew a little bit about him because, that he played at Bama, watched a few of their games, so seen a few of his runs. But I didn't know too much about Jameer until we actually drafted him, and I saw highlights and got to meet him and saw him actually practice. So, I mean, he's one of the best.